Banks in the country are likely to witness a spike in their non-performing asset ratios by 1.9% and credit cost ratios by 130 basis points in 2020, following the economic slowdown on account of COVID-19 crisis, says a report. In its report titled "For Asia Banks, COVID-19 crisis could add $300 billion to credit costs," S&P Global Ratings said the NPA ratio in India is likely to fare similarly to China's, that is 1.9% to 2%. But the credit cost ratios could be worse, increasing by about 130 basis points. This will deepen the economic pain we already anticipate for 2020. Financing conditions may likewise soar as investors become more risk averse. This would hit bank credit, he said. The report noted that an additional $300 billion spike in lenders' credit costs and a $600 billion increase in NPAs will occur in 2020 due to the adverse impact of the coronavirus pandemic. While the banks are not as exposed as the corporate sector during the initial stage of the pandemic, the strain on lenders could ultimately be profound. Banks face a second-order hit compared with the corporate and household sectors. The RBI, in its 7th bi-monthly monetary policy announced on 27th March, reduced the repo rate by 75 basis points to 4.40%. It announced to provide 3.74 lakh crore liquidity to banks through reduction in cash reserve ratio by conducting targeted long-term repo operations and by increasing the limit for marginal standing facility to 3% for 3 months on all term loans outstanding on March 1st, 2020 to all borrowers of commercial banks, including regional rural banks, small finance banks, local area banks, cooperative banks, and NBFCs, including house finance companies and microfinance institutions. According to Moody's, the stress among non-bank financiers will limit their capacity to lend, further hindering India's economic growth, which was on a decline prior to COVID-19 outbreak. A sharp decline in economic activity and a rise in unemployment will lead to a deterioration of household and corporate finances, which in turn will result in increases in delinquencies, Moody's said. If the government makes more capital infusions into public sector banks, as it has in the past few years, it will mitigate capital pressure for them. However, the government so far has not announced any new plan to provide capital support for PSBs, it said. The RBI's monetary policy response to this severe yet temporary shock should have 3 key elements, according to Soumya Kanti Ghosh, who is Group Chief Economic Advisor for State Bank of India. First, safeguarding liquidity conditions in the banking system through a series of favorably priced traditional liquidity measures, including aggressive policy rate and cash reserve ratio cuts. Secondly, protecting the continued flow of credit to the real economy through a fundamental recalibration of the targeted long-term refinancing operations and a universal forbearance program for stressed sectors to ensure bank credit flows to such sectors after the crisis is over. Third, via an aggressive increase in the asset purchase program and adjustments to the capital conservation buffer, a counter-cyclical buffer, and buffers for systematically important banks that will prevent financial conditions for the economy to tighten in a pro-cyclical manner.